Hey guys, I'm here with another review. This is Rip It Power Zero Sugar. I've had Rip It a few times. Rip It is an energy drink made in Haywood, California. Yeah, I've done a couple of Rip Its. I did one. The last time I did one was about a month ago, I think. I've done the Power one before. I did that a very long time ago at the beginning of this channel. But I didn't know they made zero sugar, honestly. And a lot of times, the zero sugar does. Sometimes the zero sugar does taste different than the one with sugar. But yeah, Rip It, they're pretty decent energy drinks. They're very, very cheap too. They're like, I believe about $1.58 or something like that, $1.60. They're very, very cheap energy drinks. Um, yeah, about $1.48 to $1.58, somewhere around there. But very, very cheap energy drinks. But they're also very good. I'm not real. The only problem I ever had with Rip It is that the flavor just lacked, in my opinion. In my opinion, the flavor did lack. That's probably the only problem I ever had with Rip It. But yeah, let's take and see how this is. Right out the gate, not too bad. It does have, right off the bat though, I will say this, it's not a bad taste, but I can tell immediately that it has a little bit of a weaker taste than the regular Power Rip Its. The taste is definitely a little bit weaker, I can tell. Not bad. Anybody that's had Rip It Power, they know what Rip It Power tastes like. This one, it's not, it really tastes the same except without the sugar. Pretty much, that's all it is. It pretty much tastes the same but without sugar. Now, the zero sugar ones are supposed to be a little bit more of a healthy energy drink. That's not necessarily the case, honestly. There's really no such thing as a healthy energy drink. I'll go ahead and tell you that straight up. Um, there's some that are better for you, but there's really no such thing as healthy. But this one here pretty much tastes like Power Rip It, but a little bit of a, I would say a little bit of a weaker taste. Now, sugar does, it's like, I won't lie, it tastes like a very, very light Sprite. That's the best way I can describe it, a very, very light Sprite. But still good. No, scratch that. Sprite mixed with Rockstar. Pretty much. It pretty much tastes like Sprite mixed with Rockstar. So basically a cheap knockoff of Rockstar. I will say this, the zero sugar does. But not bad. I do like Rockstar. So this really ain't that bad. I mean, for $1.58, I could definitely buy it again, no doubt. They're very, very decent energy drinks. This is a very decent taste. And very decent for the price, honestly. I could tell just by tasting it. And I've already drunk probably down to there, which means 9 times out of 10, if I drink it that much that fast, it's pretty decent, at the very least. But yeah, if you like Rockstar and you like Sprite, I'll go ahead and get this. To me, this is basically a cheap knockoff of both of them. The way it tastes. So, not really too bad. And they do have the same amount of caffeine as a Rockstar, too. No, would I buy it again? Okay, I tell you. Like I said, once in a while I could probably buy it again. As a regular, I probably would not have it as a regular, honestly. Very few energy drinks would I have as a regular or buy just because I like all energy drinks, but there's not very many I would buy on a regular basis. Or any, honestly. I mean, I like most of them. But to buy this one here and there, I probably would, but as a possible everyday drink, probably not. Just due to the fact I know Rip It lacks flavor. That's probably the only reason. But if you're getting into energy drinks, this would probably be one of them to get. Any of them, honestly, because they're real cheap and they actually have pretty decent flavors to it. But this one here, it is not bad. If you've tried, like I said, if you try Rockstar and you like Sprite, this would probably be right up your all's alley. This is basically what I think it is, a cheap knockoff of Rockstar and Sprite. But yeah, that is the Rip It Power Zero Sugar. I do have one more I'll be doing possibly either later on tonight or tomorrow. So watch out for that and some other random videos. And I'll take and see you all in.